From the brutal attack of a neighborhood dog to the call to stop construction on military grounds after more historical artifacts were found. These are a few of the stories that got you talking this week. Half a day, I'm Adriana Cotero, and this is TrendSpotting. The death of the, quote, friendliest dog didn't come to the public's attention until about a week after the brutal incident. On July 21st, Walter, a Jigo Booney dog, was found by neighborhood kids with a deep gash to his neck. The injury was too severe that Walter had to be put down. Now neighbors and Guam animals in need are calling for justice in the matter. GAIN President Cyrus Lur believes Walter's injury was no accident or made out of self-defense. GAIN described the 10-inch laceration across Walter's neck as a near beheading that was likely made with a large hunting knife. GAIN was told the suspect who attacked Walter was upset his chickens had been attacked days before. Lur said the suspect allegedly expressed a desire to take care of the problem himself and brandished a knife, talking about the dogs. The man suspected of hurting Walter is a sailor in the Joint Region Marianas says it's aware of the incident. According to the Guam Police Department, the investigation into Walter's attack is ongoing. And here's what you had to say. Our top fan, Paul Davis, says, weird how it takes an act of cruelty for you guys to care about the stray dogs here. Otherwise, you all just go about never giving them any thought whatsoever. Carmen says, OMG, that was so cruel and inhumane. That's like hurting someone else's kid. I hope you get what you deserve, which is nothing good. AJ Claro says, if this is a service member, then the military should make sure they are charged to the fullest extent of the law. And Kathy Santos says, man, I don't think that poor dog has to be treated this way. Another viewer writes, this is heartbreaking. This is beyond cruel. Another call to halt the construction of a military firing range has been made, and this time it's by Guam State Historic Officer. Shippo Patrick Lujan this week is basing his call on, quote, new and substantial archaeological findings, unquote, at 4 live fire training range sites at Northwest Field. In a letter to Admiral John Manoni, Lujan wrote that unlike the previous 4 fire range sites, the site designated for the Milcon multi-purpose machine gun has yet to be graded and cleared of forest and vegetation. Lujan has invoked a stipulation in Guam's agreement with the Department of Defense, calling for more surveys to be completed before they start work. The SHPO also proposes establishing a site-specific pre-construction archaeological investigation plan to include features, isolated objects, and other relevant archaeological data. The call comes a week after Democrat Senator Therese Terlahi called for island leaders to demand a halt of more clearings of DoD lands, and more ancient burials were found. Here's some of your thoughts. Rick says, about time he spoke up. Emma says, bets there are way more sites than that. And Charles Duenas writes, they need to just stop construction altogether. That area is a cultural burial ground for our ancestors. I'm sure they will probably have artifacts all over the place. They can build at another site, preserve and protect our history. This week during The Link with Sabrina and Chris, Vice Speaker Telena Nelson made a passionate plea to stop the cycle of opioid abuse. Wiping her tears away, Nelson said she's seen and heard how people have access to dangerous opioids like fentanyl. Nelson said, quote, it's a national impact. We have been trying to get some assistance with the Allied Health Board to pass legislation to limit the amount of prescriptions for opioids, and also education for individuals who are prescribed opioid, and also requiring prescribers, doctors, to go into the system and see the history of the patient to ensure that they are not doctor shopping, unquote. Nelson called for prioritizing funds to support organizations and agencies to combat the crisis. And there's some great news from a Guam girl in Hollywood. Guam raised Rain Valdez, an actress, filmmaker, writer, and producer, was nominated for an Emmy. And it's not just for any category. Valdez was nominated for Outstanding Actress in a short-form drama for her portrayal as Belle Jonas in the YouTube series Razor Tongue, which she also wrote and produced. It also was an official selection of the 2019 Guam International Film Festival. In the web series, Valdez's character identifies that she's from Guam right from the get-go. Congratulations to Rain, and we encourage you all to go check out her YouTube series, Razor Tongue, that's on our Facebook page and also on YouTube. That's your TrendSpotting report. I'm Adriana Cotero. Adios.